On the discussion, whatever we have did it, we can go for some programs. So very basic programs I want to go for here. We have to write a program which will display the sum of all elements in it. Sum of all elements in it. See, whenever you got any problem statement, there is a first rule of the programming is that read the problem statement very carefully. So whatever the problem statement you got, you have to read it carefully. So as I read, we have to write a program which will display sum of all elements in it. That means what? What is my input? Input will be the array. It will be the array. Like assume like I do have a num of array. And in that num of array, assume I do have a 10, 20, okay, then 30, okay, assume 40 and a 50. So these are the elements in my array. So what should be the output? Yes.
10 plus 20 plus 30 plus 40 plus 50. Na sum of.
That is what?
30,
20, 30,
100, 150.
60 plus 40, 100, 150, 150. So output must be sum of all elements. Sum of all elements is equals to 150. So it must become. So what will be the logic for that? So see, initially we should have the one array. So integer num of array is equals to inside the bracket. This is another way we have discussed yesterday. This is another way. We can create the array like this one. Into 10, then we have 20. Then I can just write here 30. Then 40, okay, and 50. So these are my elements. Okay, I created the array. Now I want to display the sum. So I created one integer sum variable. Okay, its initial value will be 0. Integer sum is equal to 0. And then what I will do, I have to go to the first element, then it will be get added in the sum. Then I have to go to the second element, then it will be get added in the sum. Then I have to go to the third element, it will be get added in the sum. I have to go to the fourth element, it will be get added in the sum. I have to go to the fifth element, it will be get added in the sum. So I have to traverse the array. I have to visit each element of array till last position or last element. So we know how to traverse the array. So we can traverse the array by using a for loop or for each. You can do any. So I can write here only simply like integer value colon I can write a num, and in that bracket I can simply do like this one. Sum is equals to sum plus value. Sum is equal to sum plus value. So see what it will do. First time when execution control comes, sum have the 0. Value will come 10. Sum is 0. 0 plus 10. 0 plus 10. It will be a 10 over here. It will be a 10. Yes. Again execution control goes above. Value will have the 20 value. Sum will have the 10. 10 plus 20? 30. So sum will have the 30. Then again execution control goes above. Here value will come as a 30. Sum having the 30, value is 30. 30 plus 30, 60. Again goes above. Now value will come 40. Sum having a 60, value is 40. 60 plus 40, it is 100. So sum will have the value 100. Again execution control goes. Value will come as a 50. Okay, then again it comes, sum is 100, value is 50. 100 plus 50, it is 150. Again goes here, array is finished. So execution control comes out of a loop, and outside we can display like this one, system.out.println sysout. Okay, and we can display like a system.out.println in a bracket. We can just simply display. See, we can display sum of all elements.
element.
sum of all elements is equals to plus, and I can display the sum. So this is what the very basic logic, this is what the very basic logic we can try and we can execute. So I have put it this one only logic. I will go to the Eclipse. I will go to the Eclipse here. Okay, in the array itself, I will create another one class over here. Okay, and I will name the array as a sum of elements. Sum of, I will
Elements.
name as a all elements. Okay, I will give the name as a sum of all elements. I will put a main. Okay, finish. So it will create a very simple class for us. Sum of all elements over here. In that one, I can just paste this integer num of array 10, 20, 30, 40. Sum is equal to 0. Okay, and here SOP will not work. So I have to write a system.out.println. Okay, and in a bracket, we can just display the sum over here. Okay, I just save this and we'll try to execute. We'll try to execute this one, and you can see here. Okay, you can see it is sum of all element is 150.
150.
It is showing as a 150. Okay, I just go here. I think here there is a error, and because of that it is showing me the problem. I just remove this. Okay, Control S. Now it will not show any error. Okay, so it is what displayed the sum of all elements only. Okay, now again, if someone asks you the question, that write a Java program exactly same like this one. So I just copy this. Okay, up to this one I copy. Control C. I just go here again. Okay, this is the next program. Control V. Write a Java program which will display sum of all even elements. See, I'm writing here even elements and odd elements separately. Means what? Assume like here I do have the 3. Assume like I do have here a 5. Okay, and then I do have the 10 and the 20 like this one. Okay, so what will be the output? Expected output should be even sum, even, or here I just write here even elements sum is equals to, yes, what is
70.
the even element sum?
70.
30 plus
30 plus 40. 70.
10 is sum, 20 is sum, and 40 is sum. So 40 plus 20, 60 plus 10, it will be a 70. So output for this one is 70. Okay, and exactly same I have to write again odd elements sum is equals to, and output must be 3 is odd and 5 is odd. Okay, so 5 plus
odd element.
5 plus
8.
3, it's a 8. So output should be 8 like this. So this should become. So again, what you have to do? Again, you need to create one integer array. Okay, you need to create a integer num of array. Integer num of array is equals to, inside the bracket I just put it the value as a this one. Okay, but it must be a comma separated values. Control V. Okay, here it is the comma separated 10, 20, then I will put a 3, then 40, and a 5 will be like this. Okay, then again I need to create, now I do want to put the two sums. So I will write e sum is equal to 0. See, I will write integer e sum is equals to 0. Exactly same I will write integer o sum is nothing but odd sum
Odd.
is equals to 0. Okay, and then again, see what is my logic? Logic is like I will go to the first element, check whether it is even or odd. How you comes to know that even or odd? whether number is divisible by 2 or not. So I just go here and check, is it even? Yes, it will add in the ESUM. Again, I will go to the second element. Is it even? Yes, I will go to add to the ESUM. Then is it even? No, I will add it into the odd sum. Is it even? Yes, I will add into the ESUM. Is it even? No, that means it is odd. I will add into the odd sum like this one. That means what? Exactly same way I have to traverse to the array. So while traversing, we have the exactly same loop. What? Integer value colon, there will be a number. There will be a number. And in that one, we can just simply write the code like this one. If we have to check whether it is even or odd. Even odd logic is what? If value, see 10, 20, 30, 45, it will come in the value. So I will check, is it value mod 2? Is it value mod 2 is equals to 0? If value mod 2, is it equals to 0? If yes, I will add that value in a ESUM. ESUM is equals to ESUM plus value. ESUM plus value. Okay, and exactly same. Else, I just create like this. OSUM is equals to OSUM plus pillar. I can write a value. Okay, so this is what the very basic, and it will continue. It will continue till end of the array. As arrays get ended, we have to write a system.out.println. Here ESUM you can print. Okay, and exactly same. You guys can system.out.println. OSUM you can print. Okay, and it will display the output. If you go to the simply here, if we go to the here simply in the Eclipse, I just create another one class here, icons, my array new. Okay, here is our class. Okay, and I just write a sum of even, odd elements. Okay, you can give any name, but for identification, I just simply writing like this one. So finish. Okay, and I can put the whatever I copied, Control V. Okay, it will be like this one. And here system.out.println, system.out.println. Okay, that is what the new line are. Println and a print. That is what the two methods are separately. Println. Okay, system.out.print. We can write a print. Okay, we can write a print. You can see print method. Either we can write print or println. Println is nothing but new line. Okay, and if print we have written, then it will be displayed on the same line. Okay. Here, even sum is equals to plus ESUM, and I will write here odd sum is equals to I can write a plus and OSUM like this. Okay, and now you guys can see the output over here. See, run as a Java application, and you can see your output is even sum 70, odd sum 8. Even sum 70, odd sum 8. But why it is showing on the same line? Because we have not put a ln. If you put a ln over here, ln means what? New line. If you put it that one, so output will be displayed on the new line every time. So see, you can see the output. Even sum is equal to 70 and the odd sum is equals to 8. Clear? Yes?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
I will just remove this one by program. Control V, I just written the program over here so that you can copy paste directly there. Okay, and you can do that one. Okay, for sum of all elements C1, I can just control A, control C. Okay, but packages name you guys have to add by your own. So I just put it the logic. You can try by your, where it is. Yes, this is the program here. Control V. I can write like this. So this is what the two programs I have added. Now just programmatically, if you guys wants to go for another one, okay, write this one program. I want that you should try. Write a Java program. Write a Java program to display maximum element from array. Okay, so this is what the one program you guys can try by your own. Okay, or same way you can find out the minimum. Okay, like that one. So see, actually in the Java, there is a collection framework. And that collection framework have all the methods, actually. All the methods. So in that one cases, we don't need to implement this logic. But to understand exactly the programming, I shown you this program. You can see this num, okay, dot. We can see we have the method as a clone, get class, okay, like this one, wait method, like this one. Okay, so these are some methods actually. Okay, and we have the limited method for the very limited method for the array. But as in the yesterday we have discussed that there are some drawback with the array, and that drawbacks are overcome by the collection framework. Okay, so collection framework one more advantage is that it have the very large number of methods to manipulate the number of object or to number of the elements or collection of the elements, we can say. So if we want to programmatically use that methods from the collection, so we should move to the collection, not array. Okay, so that is what we can simply do with that. But whenever we have to traverse, as I said, array is faster than collection. So if we want to traverse, while traversing, we can convert that collection to array. And then we can traverse. So basically, we don't need to go for all these logics, because all these logics have been implemented in the collection. For sorting, searching, all the logics have been given there. But at least to understand the programming concept, programming logic, we should try to implement this program. So there is another one program like write a Java program to search particular element in array. That means what? We have to check whether the element is present in array or not. If it is present, you have to display the position. Else you have to simply say that element is not present in that. I can simply write here, write a Java program. Write a Java program to count number of occurrences of particular element in array. Okay, that means that the particular element, how many times present in array, that you guys have to find. Or I can write this one, fourth one question like write a Java program to find each element's number of occurrences. So this is little we can say it is little tough program, this fourth one, but other three are very simple ones. So you guys can try this one. You guys can try this one. I will send this to you. I will send this file even for you guys so that you can try this one tomorrow, and I will check it in the next session that whether you guys have implemented it or not.
Yes, sir.
Okay?
Yes.
Yes, or through the mobile you can take the picture.
Correct. Done, sir.
Okay, good. So this is what the very basic thing. This was the very basic things about array. Any question, any doubt in the array?
No, sir.
Okay, this was about a one-dimensional array. This was about a one-dimensional array. Okay, then we can move to the two-dimensional array. Okay, so it is again the very simple, as I said, declaration. In the declaration only brackets are increasing. Okay, and while traveling the array, we need to add two more loops actually. So I can just write here like, see, two-dimensional array, 2D array, two-dimensional, okay, array. What is two-dimensional array? So I can simply say matrix representation of array is nothing but 2D array. 2D array. In this array is divided in number of horizontal and vertical lines. So all horizontal lines are called as rows. All horizontal lines are called as rows, and all vertical lines are called as columns. We call it as columns. Okay, so both row and column index start from 0. Both row and column index start from 0. Hence last row and column index is m minus 1 and n minus 1, where m is number of rows, total number of rows. I can say m is total number of rows, and I can say and n is total number of columns. So this is what very basic thing about this one. So two-dimensional array. If you want to draw the picture for this, I just go to the pen. Okay, I think, and on that day we already have drawn this one. Okay, just simply what we can do, we can write like this one. This one. Okay, and in that we can just create like this. Okay, this is the 0th row. Okay, then this is the 1th row, then this is the 2nd row. Okay, then this is the 3rd row. Then this is the 1st column. Okay, then it is the 2nd column, then it will be the 3rd column. Okay, then it will be the 4th column, then it will be the 6th column, like this one. So this is what we can say, this is the 0th. Yes, 0, then it is the 1, then it is the 2. Okay, I just can make here 2, and here I can write a 3. So these are the indexes 0, 1, 2, and exactly same way we can write here. Exactly same way we can write here. It is the 0th column. Then we can write the 1th column. This it is the 2nd column. It is the 3rd column. Okay, like that. So this is the 4th. Okay, and exactly 5th, like this one. So such a kind of representation. This is what the rows, and this is what the columns. So such a representation is nothing but the 2D array. Such a representation is nothing but a 2D array, we can say. Okay. So programmatically, if we have to do this one, we need to follow the steps. Okay. So steps, here I can say 1. Here I can say 1 declaration. It will be exactly same. Okay, just we need to add the here like see data type. Data type. Okay, and here we just have to specify array name, and in the here actually we need to specify the 2 bracket, as it is a 2-dimensional. If it is a 3-dimensional, here 3 bracket. If it is a 4-dimensional, 4 bracket, 5-dimensional, 5 bracket. Like that one, guys. Just try to remember this one. So for example, I can just write here integer. Okay, num of, and here I can write the 2 brackets. So simply, whenever we write like this one, it create a simply variable. It create a simply variable. It will not allocate memory in RAM. It will not allocate memory in the actually in the heap, we can say. It will simply create one variable, okay, to store the reference of 2-dimensional array. It will just simply create a variable to store the reference of a 2-dimensional array. We can say. Okay, so as after a declaration of that one, we can go for the second step. That is what the memory allocation. We can write a memory allocation. So how the memory allocation will be there? So again here we have to write the array name is equals to new. Here again we need to specify the data type, and again there will be a 2 brackets. 1 bracket will for rows. Here row size, this will be a row size, and the second will be a column size. That means that how many columns you want and how many rows we want. So here row and column size we have to give at the runtime. So I can just write the num is equals to new. Here data type is an integer. In the first bracket I can write the 3 rows. I want how many rows? 3 rows. And here I can write the 4 columns. So this is what we can say 3 by 4. This is what the 3 by 4 2-dimensional array. So if we create a 3 by 4 2-dimensional array, by using that one we can store 3 into 4. That is what 12 elements in this one. In this one, how many elements you can store? 3. So this one will allocate memory in the heap. And whatever the memory is been allocated, it will restore the reference of that one or assign the reference of that one into the num. Okay, now if we have to access that elements, that is what the third step, accessing elements. So to access the elements, again we have to use array name with the row index and column index. So num of bracket, I just put it a 0. Okay, and here another one 0. So num of a 0 0, I can just specify here. I can just specify here. Okay, that I can write 11, or I will not write the 11. I will write 100. Okay, then here num of here bracket 0th row, but column I am going to change. That is what the 1, and there I am going to put 200. Then I will create a num of again here 0th row, but the column will be 2. Okay, and here the value I am going to put it as the 300. I'm going to put it as a 300. Then like this one only, num of 0, that is what the 0th row. Okay, but column will be a 3. As I have put it the, so I have put it there the, I have put it the size as a 4. So 4 for 4 rows, I can write like this one is equals to, I just put it a 400. So in this way, this is what the first row's data will be get stored. So 100, 200, 300, 400. That means what? As we have created here, 100 will be get stored here. 100 will be get stored here. 200 will be get here simply. 200 will be get stored over here. Okay, then 300 will be get stored over here. 300 will be get stored over here, and 400 will be get stored over here. Assume like these 2 columns are not there. So I have created only 3 rows and a 4. So it will be only up to this one. It will be only up to this one. So this row is extra and these 2 columns are extra. So it will store like this one. If I have to go for the next row, that is what 1th row 0th column, 1th row 2nd column, 1th row like this one we have to access. So in this way I can just change like this one. Okay, this is num of 1th row. Okay, and there we can just specify here column as a 0. Okay, and there we have to just specify is equals to 500. Okay, exactly same way we can write a num of here a bracket, row is 1, but column is again 1. So here we are going to put a 600. Okay, exactly same num of here. Okay, 1th row only. Okay, column will be a 2nd. Okay, there we can just put a 700. Okay, then I can just go for next num of here row is 1. Okay, column is 3rd. Okay, that is what the 3rd, and here we can just put the value as 800. So this is how I have put the 2nd row. I have put the 2nd row value. Okay, then even we have the 3 rows. So exactly same way we can put like this one, Control C. Okay, I just add over here Control V, and I just make here that row as a 2, row as a 2, row as a 2, row as a 2. Okay, here it is a 2. Then here 2th row 0th column, 2th row 1th column, 2th row 2th column, 2th row 3rd column like this one. And here we can just make the values as a 900. Okay, here we can say just 1000. Okay, then we can write here 1100. Okay, and here I can just write a 1200 like this one. So this is what the 0th row, 1th row, and a 2nd row like this one. So in this way we can access the element. In this way we can access the element. But again, like accessing element like this one is very, we can say, see, actually as only 3 rows are there or only 4 columns are there, it is okay. But if we have the multiple rows, 100 of rows and 100 of columns, then how you can do? So in that cases you can write the for loop. For in a bracket, you can write a integer I is equals to 0. This is for the row. Okay, I is less than, okay, array dot length, that is what num dot length. So it will give the total number of rows. Num dot length will give the total number of rows. It will not give the number of elements. And then I plus plus. Again I will create another one for inside that one. So it is what the for within a for I have to write, because one for is for rows and another one for columns. So for here I can just write a integer j is equals to 0. Okay, j is less than, okay, that num of I dot length. Okay, and here we can say j plus plus. Okay, and in that one we can just try to display the elements. Okay, system dot out dot println in a bracket. Okay, in a bracket we can just write the num of, in a bracket here we can say I. Okay, and here we can say j. So this is how we can display the two-dimensional array element. You guys can try this for loop. Okay, by following the above step. I will share you the video. I will share you this one file too. So you guys can try tomorrow. Okay, this two-dimensional array too. I will explain it again tomorrow.